Hello everyone. I just thought to make this video to express my thoughts and feelings about Silksong. I would like to talk about it more in this kind of a format. I've never done a video like this where I just express my thoughts without a script or anything, so here we go. So my general thoughts of the game. I did enjoy it so much. I love Hollow Knight. I enjoyed Silksong even more than Hollow Knight. Though I can see that it is a way different than Hollow Knight. I've seen a lot of people just talk about how Team Cherry should nerf some of the enemies in Silksong. Oh yeah, this will be just a spoiler-free, at least in most parts, spoiler-free video. But I'll try to mention if there's gonna to be some minor spoilers. Team Cherry, I think they've already talked about that they will actually nerf some enemies and bosses of the game. In Hollow Knight, just a few, I guess, deal 2 masks of damage. It will be like 2 or 3 enemies. I don't even know, but in Silksong, that number is like 10 times bigger. There will be like over 30 different enemies, including bosses even that deals 2 masks of damage, even just by touching them or their attacks. It is kind of ridiculous. I can understand people getting frustrated how difficult Silksong is. But I could mention this, that Hornet is a lot more agile and versatile character to move with than Knight was in Hollow Knight. Knight just had a dash, and in Silksong with Hornet, you have a dashing ability. She's a lot more agile with her movement, her attacks. She has tools she can use to close some range with the enemies, like throwing, you know, those pins or whatsoever. Like she has a lot of tools. Tools works like charms in Silksong. The first hour of the game, there's like 1 or 2 enemies that just deals double damage, and it's just that caught me off guard. And compared to Hollow Knight, there's a lot more trolls in Silksong. I won't say where. You might have seen some clips here and there. I might show one right now, what happened to me in this one area. I got a bench, yes! No, no, no! I got baited, no! I can't believe it. That was kind of hilarious. I wasn't mad, but I was really surprised that this happened. And I should have known that there might be more of these coming in the future. The bosses in this game, oh, they're so good. My favorite boss, I won't even say what is its name, since it's a spoiler. I might have mentioned it on stream a few times if you've watched my streams. And speaking of streams, I do stream on Twitch, also on YouTube, quite often. Not only this game, but other stuff like Nintendo games like Mario, Zelda, Metroid, and so on. But Silksong is a kind of a game that I just wanna keep playing it so much more. Compared to Hollow Knight, I think I've played Silksong more. It may sound ridiculous, but I didn't play Hollow Knight that much. I think I've played it like 100 hours, which is not a lot, I would say. And that's just because I got really busy playing other games. My interest shifts quite often because I don't want to get burned out on playing games. That has happened before with games like Metroid Dread. I loved playing Metroid Dread, but I played it too much for 2 months straight, and I stopped playing it for like a year or 2. That happens with me. That's why I try to shift my focus fast to other games so I wouldn't burn out. I hope that doesn't happen with Silksong. But I've enjoyed my time a lot with the game because there's the Steel Soul difficulty, a permadeath mode basically. And I've been doing that on streams where I try to get 100% completion. And I can say it's tough. I've died 2 or 3 times by now. I have a new run going on right now, which is, I think, is going well, and I just need to be patient with it. I noticed while editing I didn't talk about what's going to happen at the Game Awards. If I'm being honest, I hope Exhibition 33 and Silksong will share the crown together for Game of the Year. I know it's not going to happen, but I guess one can hope, right? This year is packed with games. There's so many amazing releases this year. It's going to be crazy to see what's gonna happen at the Game Awards. But yeah, I wanted to just mention that quickly. One thing Team Cherry has mentioned that about the Silksong, that they're going to add more content to this game in the future. They're going to make DLCs. And I will be kind of surprised they're going to charge those. But let me say, I think they're going to just give them us for free. That's what they did with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is 15, 16 euros or dollars game. The DLCs were just all free. Like 3 or 4 patches with a lot of new bosses and new content, charms and whatsoever. I can't imagine what they're cooking for Silksong. I just want Silksong's own card home with like 50, 40, I don't even know how many bosses are in Silksong, but there's a lot of bosses. I would love to fight them all back to back in their own hazard terrains or whatsoever, like Hollow Knight did as well, like adding some extra spikes here and there, no floor or so. But I'm interested to see what they're cooking. Hollow Knight and Silksong's map size. I won't show the pictures how different they are, but Hollow Knight areas, I heard it's 15 regions of the game, like Turtmouth, Crossroads, Cream Path, and so on. Well, in Silksong, it's like almost doubled. Man, like, it's crazy. I did get lost quite a few times in Silksong, but now when I've been speedrunning the game, I've got familiar with the areas that you go through for any person speedrun. And speaking of speedruns, I want to talk about that now. I've been doing runs, and that's called Any Person NMG, which stands for No Major Glitches. Basically just not allowing big glitches that are game breaking, like, I don't know, front warping. Doesn't exist in a game, I think, but the general idea is to not allow glitches like those. But yeah, I've been doing runs for the game. I enjoyed it a lot, though it's really frustrating at the times because you don't get any upgrades in a run. And bosses that you do in runs are, well, they're challenging, but more or so the challenging part of this run is the movement and moving around each areas. Any death is just really punishing because you'll just go back to the previous checkpoint or bench that you sat on. And that can be a really long run back. So that makes me really frustrating, but the run is still really fun for me and I've been enjoying it. I'm still trying to get a good time for it, as long as I have the energy and interest for the game. And I do have it right now, which is why I'm doing a video like this when I'm talking about the game without a script. So yeah, I'm doing that. And I'm also doing the Steel Soul 100% challenge. If I complete that, I'll be really happy to get that achievement, Steel Heart, where you complete the game 100% on Steel Soul mode. I would love to have that. I did it for Hollow Knight, and I'm pretty proud of that. But it also made it a little bit easier, I guess, because all those DLCs adds more percents for the game. Like the final percents in Hollow Knight was 112%. And I'm pretty sure for Silksong it will be the same, that they add more percents to the game. Right now you have to get everything that's in a base game. Then my general plans going forward, I want to play this game as long as I can, like I've mentioned a few times by now in this video. But as soon as Metro Prime 4 releases on December, assuming they're not going to delay it, I doubt they will, but that's the time when I will start playing that game, and that's when I won't be playing Silksong for a while at least. I have some ideas for some challenges. I'll be trying those on stream. So yeah, I think this is mostly all of the important stuff I wanted to talk about. So I wanna thank you for listening to my thoughts of this game, and I hope I'll see you in the next video or in my streams. Thank you so much for watching.